Hello and welcome to the fabulous Broken Dream Cast After Dark with Nero and me,
Yes, me.
the Broken Dream. And yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Anyways, I know that I said that I will stream this week, but I couldn't because I was working and I was struggling
You're
and
always
I'm
struggling.
tired.
You're always tired.
Yeah, that too. But yeah. So, how was your week?
Pretty good. My week was mostly playing. Cause I'm the first berserker, and yeah, bosses are kind of a pain. They're just kind of annoying, but you know when you know how to play Souls-like and the game in general, they get easier. But there's still, there's a lot of regular enemies or premium enemies that are hard. But I'm fine against them because
Oh, seriously? No,
uh,
keep talking.
because they have clear patterns, and when you learn how to fight them, you're like, okay, yeah, it was just me. But the bosses, they have a lot of bullshit where you go, okay, but you're just not playing with the rules of the game established in the world anymore. The boss I'm talking about drinks a health potion that gives him more stamina, and you're like, okay, that's fine. It recovers the stamina. But you can't really interrupt him when he does that. And even before he drinks the potion, there's times where he's running and I'm hitting him, and his stamina doesn't go down while he's running. Actually, his stamina goes up while running. And it's like, okay, but that's just bullshit, though. And it doesn't help that, when I almost beat him the second time because, okay, you're not hard. I learned your patterns.
What
And
did he
I
say?
learned how the bosses
You
move.
all poor.
Oh,
You
fuck.
see the pre-order.
Oh, yeah, he's talking probably about the Switch.
Why doesn't it cut the right way?
And he's you learn how the characters in that game specifically move. So you
Wait, let me
go.
reset that bullshit.
Okay. I learn how you move. That it's not a big deal. Big whoop. And I learn the patterns of the bosses in this game faster. And then he starts doing fire attacks that cover half the arena, and you just die almost immediately. And you go, okay, yeah, that's kind of gay.
Okay.
And yeah, that was
Okay, that's kind of
pretty
stupid.
much my week. Was there anything else? Most
Chat.
everything else I have is just actually news, though, so we can just go to the news directly, actually, because I'm gonna bitch
My
about
week
Nintendo.
was okay, I guess. Decrease font size maybe. Enable community tab. Okay, sorry. Damn it. My news is that Rumbot had an update and they fucked up everything that I took so many time to install, just to fuck me over. What else? 600 should be enough. There we go. Okay. It's not enough. What did he say? I missed like most of his super chat. No, it's a joke. Y'all poor, you see the pre-order delay? Yes, we saw the pre-order delay. Give me time to gather up the money.
The pre-order delays and the pre-order
Shekels.
delays because
Yeah.
something.
No longer have
tariffs.
have to trade in the OLED. Is he speaking about Soul Slap? Yes, he was. Oh my god. Okay. Anyways, yeah, my week was seriously. I did play some. What's the name of the game? I played Schedule 1. I would say that it's interesting. Seriously, it's interesting. You're a drug dealer in Schedule 1. So I make my character black with dreads. So yeah. And I did play some Space Marine because Space Marine is fun, but didn't advance that much because streaming. I don't have the time because life is special. Okay, I have to change the background just a little bit. Give me a 2 second for that because I cannot read your shit. Yeah, no, that's for my video. It's not for that. Space Marine. Oh shit! I just launched a game.
What game is that? Ah, the Dark Queen of
Yeah.
Mortal.
You know when you have some stuff and you just launch it. We're gonna put this here for now. I know. You're gonna say that it's slop or something.
Everything is slop to him.
He's out of line, but it's not wrong.
Oh my god.
Hey, shit. Just go down. Okay, a little bit too low. A little bit too low. Perfect. Okay. I just needed a little bit of I just need a little bit of variety in the background. Sorry. Was fighting against my shit. So that we can all read the insightful comment. What? AI limit berserker.
What?
It's fun, nice indie slop. She's fat, obese even.
What? Oh no, I just don't. Oh, if you think she's fat, man, wait until you see Emma Frost. We can start with Marvel because that's going to be a shorter news.
Yeah.
Oh my god, okay, put on the fucking battle pass.
Wait a second. Just have
the
to
Gunner pass.
Hey, you didn't see the real Gunner pass. Did you see the new game? Of I forget the name of the game. Okay, fuck me. 2 seconds. Have to readjust because some of my screen are slightly bigger than others. I say slightly when I already know that they're like fucking bigger than others. When you run everything at 4K FPS.
Oh yeah. So already we got the Spider-Man suit that was leaked.
Yeah.
Yo.
Seriously, Iron Fist looks really good. Oh, okay, it's the
yeah, Danny Rand. It looks more like Danny Rand now. Psylocke.
Damn.
With the X-Men classic. Captain America. She's the only bad suit.
Yeah, it's done my still.
Luna Snow. Oh my god.
Yeah.
All the joke.
Damn, I like it.
And one of my favorites.
Snow Bunny and BBC.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, they have great. Oh yeah, it's the Chinese New Year or what?
No, that's done. It's just it's not even Chinese, they're Japanese. No, they were just cooking. They're just cooking. Now we have to show the Emma Frost trailer.
Did I have it on the back burner? No, I didn't.
And then we have to see her alternate outfit, but first her trailer.
Emma Frost.
That's the kind of woman that's gonna buy me a PS5. A good old cougar.
Don't listen to me.
The White Queen's reign begins.
But she looks good.
Oh, look at that hip swing.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my god. So she has
You deserve that, dear.
Yeah.
And she has this thing behind the block attack, what allows her to attack that thing. Then she has the shield that has the quick cooldown, but it doesn't last long.
You were
The shield
beneath
breaks
me.
fast, but the cooldown is and you can survive all.
Impervious!
Then she changes the moveset, like in the comics when it turns diamond, she can use the collector.
Pathetic.
But she's fucking strong.
Yeah. What does he said?
How embarrassing.
They're sawing out Lemo. Geeking out is the right
And then
term.
the ult, when she tells you to just follow your queen.
That's White Queen mind control.
That's, and she can say White Queen. Oh, damn it. I was sure that you couldn't say that anymore.
She's on point.
My
My queen!
What's the costume? Costume.
Oh, she's super fucking tight.
What?
Yeah, no, go down. Go down, yeah.
Yeah, let's see.
What are you doing to me, Marvel Rivals? I'm literally trying to walk out the door.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't need a white guy talking. I just want my white queen.
We don't need someone talking. Where's the costume? Fuck me.
Oh, shit. Yeah, it's all a
MS
bunch of chat. Go on, just...
Costume. Costume. Oh my
Alternate.
god.
Oh, yeah, just click the YouTube short, whatever. Unless you want an actual video.
Nah, I just want to see a costume. I don't want to hear people talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Gooning. Masturbation. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, damn.
Oh, my God.
Hey, I approve. Extra gooning. I don't
Oh, they
understand
didn't show the gameplay of
cap shit.
Cape shit. Oh, man. Cape shit used to be the shit. You know what?
That's a man baby. Oh my god.
Oh, by the way, if someone tells you that they like the Krakoa arc of X-Men, you should react the same way that when someone tells you that they have a blue sky.
Yeah, that means that
Yeah.
they're retarded.
Yeah. It's literally the worst arc in X-Men history. Like, you can't do worse.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yes, you can do worse, but you don't want to.
No, it's the arc where... I told you, it's the arc where
I know. They caught.
Oh, there's gameplay here. There's gameplay. Go up. Yeah, click. Above Arlo. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I like Arlo. Even the Nintendo shill is like, yo, your new console is too expensive and the game is too...
Yeah.
And his entire channel is shilling Nintendo.
Yeah.
Refreshing.
Yeah. I'm just gonna.
Oh, okay, yeah. She pulls out diamonds from you, and if she attacks the diamond, it hurts you. And then she can do a command grab or do a kick. So she'll be a classic shield character, or she's going to be like a more...
She's reflecting the bullet.
Yeah, it blocks. Oh, jeez.
It reflects.
And reflects. So that outfit is going to be 1600, and the other one is going to be...
I need it. What does it say?
It comes out the same day as the new patch. It's April 11th.
Okay. What else?
I can't wait to get that new magic outfit and not be able to play her because nobody picks tank.
Oh, they will.
I can't wait for people to pick tank for just a day and then stop.
What was the thing? I had like two characters that I do play as tank. Technically three. The first is the thing. A little bit of Venom and just a little bit of what's his name? The green shit.
Hulk.
Hulk.
I can play every tank except Captain America. I just don't understand how to play him.
Oh, I can play it. I just don't like to never kill people.
But that's my problem. I just run around and never kill anyone. I'm just disrupting.
That's the role of Captain America. He's like Venom, but
Dog shit.
no, but more tanky because Captain America stay alive longer than Venom.
Yeah.
Because it's really disruptive. The thing's like you should use Captain America to disrupt the backline.
Yeah, you should just run through, clap people, and then go out.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. Sorry. What did it say? nothing else. Okay, why does the chat not go the fuck away? I'm sorry. So the thing's like, Rumba did an update without telling anyone because fuck me, I guess. And since that update, the chat doesn't move like I would love it to move. Because fuck me, I guess again. Chat. No. Follow, subscribe, music, tool, meta, rock, soft, text to speech, chat command, custom chat command. But at least right now we have text to speech on Rumble, but we could have text to speech on Rumble. I guess I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just moving shit around. Alert, follow, rant, raid, Rumble API, OBS, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, looks like good. Anyways, we're gonna do with it. I'm gonna test the rest. Oh, okay, it changed. Cool. Okay. Oh, now they have design for the entry of the text. This is why I don't use it. Boo, you derailing the stream. I'm sorry.
Derailing the stream.
I'm always derailing the stream. But I will say this. I do appreciate Rumba. I just hate when they do update during without me knowing and me having to like rework the shit for no reason.
Oh, I guess we could have shown the actual trailer for season 2. We didn't show.
Yeah, we showed the season for season 2.
No, the battle pass, but the trailer presentation. We didn't see Ultron.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Okay, we can start bitching for an hour now.
Oh, extra shit just to know. No, you didn't create it. Oh shit. Okay, we're gonna talk about it when you will have created. Okay. Wait. What's happening? Is this me or it's becoming gray? Like, what the fuck is this? On. Okay. Off. Okay. Anyways, I'm sorry. But nice, it's working. Turn up the brightness. I kind of can't. You know what? I'm gonna do this. It's gonna change the brightness, not because it should. It's just because it will. You know what? I'm just gonna deactivate the manage extension. On off should be enough. Okay. Yes. Anyways, so I think that this week we all saw that Nintendo had like a mega direct and shit.
And it turned from a massive win to a massive fucking L.
Seriously?
I learned the most terrible shit about the Switch 2. It is so bad, I don't care about it anymore. I'm just thinking about Emma Frost's thighs.
Emma Frost thighs.
Yeah, Emma Frost's thighs.
Fine.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because you're supposed to add an apostrophe. Emma Frost's thighs are the only thing I'm thinking about. Because, like, okay, so first
Oh
off,
shit! I changed my shit to put Emma Frost behind.
we're gonna have the
Where's my Nintendo
elephant
shit?
out of the room. Not only is the console expensive, but the accessories are not expensive, but the game are expensive. And normally we would go, okay, it's expensive, but you know, you buy it, and then
Wait,
when
I'm
you
just
start
gonna
playing
just-
Mario Kart, you stop thinking about it because it's fun, right?
Yeah, the thing is like Nintendo is always kind of the best console, and I know that some people are Nintendo chill. What can I say except get hand scrub? Okay, maybe it's that shit. Is it that shit? Okay, there's like some layer of darkness that's around my fucking shit. Oh my god, what the fuck is this?
Maybe it's the darkness in your soul.
No, it's just really annoying. What's this? No, it's not this. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna do without it. It's just annoying a little bit. Oh my god. Okay, I see where's my problem is, but this one is like really clear. Anyhow. Okay. Anyways. Okay. Anyways. What did I say? With Nintendo. No, it's not. Pricing out the poor win Nintendo.
Oh, I said that the other fucking day. So,
But
so
okay,
you
so
like? No, go ahead.
I'm just gonna start with this. I'll say this. It's Nintendo, right? Most of the time, you don't buy Nintendo shit for the Nintendo price, right? I would say that most Nintendo games are. Can we say a fusion with the old and the new, right? The best way to see it is that it's a Nintendo game. It's gonna be great anyways because Nintendo does great things. The games are like even the Nintendo Direct. The reason why it pop off that way is because they had game and gameplay before everything else. Game and gameplay. Because Nintendo knows that they're making console, right? So there's that. When I learned the price, I was like, it's a little bit expensive, but I will be able to pay it in like 1 year, 2 years if I want after the release. You just wait that it gets a little bit less expensive and some stuff, right? After that, you're like, the new Pro controller is expensive, but you know, it's a Nintendo tax, you know. It's a Nintendo console, it plays well, they have good game with good gameplay and everything. And then you learn everything else. At the start, you're like, it's not that bad. Like, the video game gonna be the game gonna be a little bit more expensive. Okay, it's not that bad. What else? You can transfer your account, but you need a Nintendo account. Okay, it's not that bad. When they implement the DRM bullshit, that's the part they lost me.
So basically, what's wrong with this console is that first off, you're going to have game cards where it's the full game. So every first-party Nintendo game is going to be a full game card. But there's also going to be, I have to shout out the video. There's going to be game keys. So for example, Kirby is going to be on the game card, but certain developers will have the choice to have the full game on the card, or just like the Switch, only have a code. But at least with the couple of Switch games that only had a code, it's because, you know, those games were big card. But here, it's not just a game code. It's legit a game card that you have to put in, but the game card has no data on it. It's just a validation key, so it's DRM. So not only do you still have to, you know, have the box, you also need to have, you know, put in and swap the cartridge, but you don't have the benefits of having a physical media. And also, I watched Arlo, the guy, the Muppet guy, and he showed the boxes, and the boxes are fucking ugly. You know how back in the day, on the back of the box, there were a lot of cool pictures, and then now it's just,
that it's been a long time.
But now it's just text. Well, now the text has made its way all the way to the front of the box.
Oh my god!
So now there's text on the front of the box, and
wait, what does that boy say?
The label is just too big comparatively for the size of the box. It's kind of ugly.
Turn up the brightness. No,
I don't mind.
Fake outrage, the price.
Camera is neat idea. I don't mind that the screen sharing is laggy because it's realistic.
The
They're not
video
lying.
sharing screen is laggy. I prefer when it's laggy when it's perfect. When it's perfect,
it's less
you know
than the
that,
PS5
that
disc
that's
and Series X. Yeah, but here's the thing. Yeah, Donkey
So-
Kong looks good, and oh yes, Arlo is for Redditors. But the thing is that even if a Redditor is like, yo, I'm not in, then that's fucking bad.
Yo, they want to make you play for a tech demo. They want to make you pay for a fucking tech demo.
The last tech demo we got on the Wii, that was because Reggie pushed for it, and Reggie is gone, and Iwata is dead. So and they replaced those guys with, well, not Bowser, but you know, the guy that replaced Iwata is just a businessman, and the guy.
It's
after
not Doug
that-
Bowser?
No, Doug Bowser is for Reggie, but for Iwata, it's another guy.
Okay.
I think. I have to check again. But anyways, they replaced them with just, you know, the guys are not gonna make that push, right? And so you have the game key, and so and also the game cards, whether they're the key or a card, costs more. So it pushes you to buy digital games.
Yep.
And here's the thing. So if you buy digital games, here's how it used to work. So let's say you have a Switch and another Switch.
You pay.
and-
You.
So
No,
you
no,
would
wait.
have-
I forget that shit. You pay $10 more for a fake digital game.
Yeah. So you pay $10 more for
And why
actual-
do they have like a handicap? Paralympic basketball.
I like the fact that only Marcus Brownlee had the balls to say handicapped, and everyone else is dancing around the issue that
Yeah.
doesn't exist. But it looks okay. But no, my problem is that so you know let's say you play it with you have a Switch and you have a second Switch. Well, guess the fuck what? Before you would need Nintendo Online to transfer your save, right? But if you have a game on one Switch, you could play it on the other Switch. It just needed to verify through online that you did actually own the game.
Yes.
But now what happens is that you have digital game cards. So it acts as if you have a game card that you need to load and unload before playing it on another console. So imagine if you had a physical game, you took it out and you put it in another Switch. It's the same thing but virtual. So you have all the disadvantages of physical and all the disadvantages of numerical. So
Yes. You have none of the advantage.
So basically, if you want, oh, okay, I have this game and I want to, I have someone in the family play it on their Switch. Oh, so and so, can you unload the game from the Switch and then load it on my Switch? No, that sucks. You're just going to buy another copy, but the games are fucking $90 and $100 if you're $80 and $90 if you're playing physical. So there's that, and then there's the fact that your physical copy is not really a physical copy. And my problem is that the Xbox, I think, is about the same price.
The One X is the same price.
Yeah, the One X is the same price. But here's the thing: PlayStation and Xbox have one thing. First off, yes, you do need to download the game, but you download the game from the disc. So you always technically have the game. It's just that you need to go through an install time. But your physical copies are physical copies, and as far as I know, it's not like the PS4 where if PlayStation goes down, they remove that. So if you have a PS4, a series, or a PS5, your games are physical. It's just that you have to reinstall them, even if you have the disc. But that's fine. Once you've installed it and you have the extra hard drive, you're going to be fine. But the Switch, it's like you have a choice between an actual physical game, a fake physical game, and a fake digital game, and it's just annoying. And on top of that, when you think about it, with the Switch and they keep doing that. You pay for a game on your Wii U on your Wii or your 3DS, and then they re-release it. But when they do a port or a remake on Xbox and Sony, well, guess what? You pay almost half price. Crash Bandicoot came out, and because it's a remake, even though it's 3 games, it's a remake. It was, I think, $50 instead of being $60, and that's not talking about price drops. But Nintendo took the habit of not only when Doom came out on Switch, you have to pay full fucking price for a game that came out like 2 or 3 years before the release of the Switch. So, and then not only that, when you go to a GameStop and you look at the Xbox and the PlayStation, you go, oh, okay, this game is $20 now, this game is $30. So you can start building a library, and you have an actual physical copy. But when you go for the Switch, the problem is that before, when you played your Nintendo games, you would have player's choice. And they don't do that anymore with any company, but Sony and Xbox, their prices go down. But Nintendo, not only do their prices not go down, but even when you go to second-hand markets, like my parents were kind of broke, I realized, when we went to pawn shops, and I remember buying...
Yeah, my parents were just broke. Not kind of.
Not kind of. I remember buying Ocarina of Time for $25, and that's like 2 or 3 years after the release. But now you go to a shop, 3 years. $90 is only Europe.
Only give you
no, I think it's Canada too, and it's worse in Australia.
You can resell digital game.
Okay, no. You can sell digital game is not really true. Like, it's complicated doing that fucking reselling digital game. Like, Sony show us how to share a game.
Yeah.
You just take it and you give it to someone. Reselling digital game is complicated for nothing. And I'll say this. As much as I understand, okay, Nintendo is like both the best and the worst fucking video game company.
Well, we said it earlier. When they do something well, they do it better than everyone.
When they do something bad, they do it worse than anyone. Like, do you remember when they start selling the character, like when they start adding DLC to the content like everyone else?
Yeah.
The DLC was more expensive than everybody else. Each character was selling for $5, and when they put it in a bundle, they didn't remove anything else. They just sold you to your bundle for the same price as
if you bought them individually.
Exactly. So Nintendo doing something bad, they're doing worse than everyone. And we know how Nintendo want to preserve their game. Code word saying that they just don't want to share the video game with players, right? Like, and some point I do understand. You know, it's Nintendo. The game have value. They keep the value because they do good game and they do it well. But the only reason why they're fighting against game preservation is because they want to sell you the game again and again. They did tell on themselves during one of the lawsuits. Like, one of the lawsuits, they were like, oh yeah, it's competition for us to fight against our own game. And I'm like, okay, I understand. It's okay. It makes sense, you know? But at the same time, you will not create a new Earthbound. You will not create a new, what's the name?
Star Fox.
Firefox.
Star Fox.
Star Fox. Pit and Contrap. Was it that?
What?
The one with the guy who flies. Forget the name. I don't remember. They won't create a new game, and all the thing that we are doing is just keeping our property the best way that we can. And they're like, no, fuck that. You will pay again for the same game, or you will pay $1 million to one guy who kept the game in his basement for like 500 years.
And that's my problem, is that I don't mind replaying for the same game, but guess what? They put out Luigi's Mansion 2.
Icarus.
Yeah, Kid Icarus.
Yeah.
And, you know, Luigi's Mansion has graphical glitches and bugs that didn't exist in the original version. And I'm watching, for example, their new GameCube games. And it's like, okay, first off, Hypatia made a texture pack that's, like, better than the actual game you're going to output. And secondly, for some reason, even with your Pro Controller, you went again for digital triggers. A lot of the GameCube games, when you push the triggers, the action is not the same, depending on if you go halfway or all the way. So now, like for example in Mario Sunshine, if you push slightly, FLUDD doesn't shoot water as far or with the same pressure. So now, you're going to it's going to be all of nothing when you shoot flood. So that's the problem, is that you know, I'm gonna have to buy your fucking Bluetooth controller, but you don't think about adapting your controls for new generations, and that's stupid. And after we buy the same games, but you don't necessarily add anything that's worthwhile. So let's say, okay, I buy a Resident Evil 4 again, but at least it's like, okay, higher resolution, higher frame rate and stuff like that. And now I have to buy the Switch 2 to play the fucking Zelda. What's the thing you told me? Oh, now we're gonna be able to finish Tears of the Kingdom with a proper frame rate now.
Yes.
And it's like, it should have been this frame rate from the start. Why could the GameCube do 60 FPS and you can do that with Tears of the Kingdom?
Technically, you can if you have a Dolphin emulator.
You know what? There's some people that overclock the Switch, and you can do a 60 FPS. And you know what? I don't mind if it's not 60. At least make it so that it's a constant 30, or make it so that, okay, we compromise, it's 40 FPS, but it's a constant 40 FPS. But it's not even that. It's not 50. It's not 40. It can't.
Is that Tear of the?
It's the Hyrule Warriors.
Again.
Yeah. Sometimes it can't even fucking do 30, and you made people pay $10
Okay, that's the new
more.
age of Ganondorf one. That's the same as the game that I was playing. I'm sorry.
You made people pay more for that? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
People had to pay $10 more, and you can't even have a 30 FPS. And now I have to pay. I need to pay for the upgraded version, or I need to have Nintendo Online.
Do you have to pay to upgrade?
You have to pay to upgrade it. I don't know how much. I imagine maybe $10-20.
No. $10 was the price of fucking what's the name of PlayStation. So at least 20-25. They're always more expensive than anything else. Like I said, if they do something great, they do it better than anyone else. If they do something bad, they do it worse than anyone else. Seriously, I would fire the CEO.
The upgrade, paying $10 for an upgrade, I don't like it, but I can live with that.
I won't.
But
because if I
Nintendo
already
no, easy.
I have to stop you there. I won't, and I don't like it. I will say this. If I have the product and you have the upgrade to the product, why should I pay $10 for the product, for the upgrade?
Honestly, not just in an ideal world. I think that if I have the game, period, whether it's borrowed or not, I should put the disc in and then go online and go, oh, you have the disc, the actual disc in your console. Here's your upgrade.
That's it. Like, I already paid for it. Like, you're just trying to double dip, and that's... Okay. How can I explain it? Like, I think you explained it really well. Before, the CEO of Nintendo were gamers, right?
Yeah.
Reggie Fils-Aimé was a gamer.
Iwata was a programmer.
Iwata was a programmer. So every frustration that a gamer or a programmer will have, it's kind of the same. It's mostly like wait time, some dumb functionality. They would have cut this shit out. And that's the thing. Now what they're doing is they're trying to bleed us dry. And that's the problem. Like, oh, if I have the game, the sharing game is like good and free. And okay, good. I already paid for the game. Just give me the upgrade. I paid for the new console. Just give me the fucking upgrade. Like, I know that some people will be like, but they work for that upgrade. I do not fucking care.
Yeah, at the price I'm paying for these fucking games,
Yeah.
I ain't bleeding, lol. Yeah, I'm not gonna bleed myself dry for this.
Yeah. I'm not blaming myself for that. No, just no. And this is just greedy. And I'm the most capitalist motherfucker that I know. Like, paying for shit is not a problem. I understand that a company needs money, but there's a limit that I have to say no. That's too much.
Because even if you're a capitalist, you need to understand brand loyalty. Because a good capitalist doesn't just make money. He understands that, okay, if I deliver a good product and people respect the brand, I can have a long-term investment
And that's
with
the
my
thing.
clients.
Nintendo has the most fucking loyal fanboys in the game. There's a reason why when we talk about the war, the gaming war. I'm like gaming wars. The wars of gaming's.
The console wars.
The console wars. Nobody talk about Nintendo because you're not winning.
Yeah.
You're not winning. There's a reason why the console war is between PlayStation and Xbox. Nintendo already won. They're fighting for the third place.
You're just fighting for second place. Who's gonna be second? It's like when Nintendo did the Directs and their E3 presentation. It's always like, okay, who's second place?
Think about it. Nintendo is so big that the day that they stop, going to the E3 was scrambling because they didn't know what they will do.
And then everyone stopped going to E3 and just copied Nintendo.
Because Nintendo is not a train chaser; it's a train maker. Setter, yeah.
Yeah, they just set the trends. So now you make me pay. You remove the player's choice because now it's Wii U games went as low as $20 because you were suffering. Now you don't do player's choice, and now you re-release games. But on Xbox or PlayStation, I can buy the game, but at a lower price, and then it's going to have a price drop eventually. Mm-hmm. So that game
Borderlands 4 looks like shit.
Yeah, that game comes out at 50 instead of 60 or 70, and on top of that, when it's going to have a price drop, it's going to be 40 or 30. But now you're telling me that you're going to release these fucking games at $80 or $90?
Yeah.
And we're already starting to have big companies like Capcom or Square Enix choosing not to release the proper game card.
Yeah, that too. I understand. No, I understand player choice. Nintendo is so big that the company will suck their dick before saying no to Nintendo. Nintendo is on another level. Like, seriously, I wouldn't have let them have a choice. If they want to sell the DLC as digital only, let's go. But no.
Yeah, and
like,
it's Nintendo.
It's Nintendo. The thing with Nintendo is the fact that you can find a cartridge of a Nintendo game that you can play 10, 20, 30 years later. Now you will have to have a connection to the internet with a Nintendo.
You need to be there or you're fucked. And you know what
No.
I like about cartridges is that they conserve better, and you know what? As long as you don't fuck with the connectors, you can play a cartridge whenever.
Even if you fuck up the connector, you can place the cartridge in a new like scale. I forgot the name of the stuff, but yeah, you can.
The only time I couldn't play a cartridge game was Sonic 3 because someone welded part of the connectors.
Okay, that's dumb.
And I didn't have tools to unweld it, so I went, fuck it.
Yeah, you
But
will
outside of that, cartridges can serve pretty well. So you went back to cartridges, and now they're less expensive to produce. But now you fucked it up by going this weird route of, you can if you wish. And of course, Capcom and Square are cheap fuckers. So
it's not even that expensive.
Yeah.
They already have the
telling
fucking
me
cartridge.
You can't give me an 11 gig fucking game on a cartridge? I'm not gonna buy the Bravely remake, the Bravely Default remake. I'm not gonna buy a Switch 2. You fine?
Sorry.
I'm not gonna buy the Switch 2. I'm not gonna buy shit. I'm probably just gonna focus my money on smaller things, and if I buy something big, it's probably gonna be an Xbox, maybe a PlayStation, or maybe a graphics card from my PC. So it goes from mid-range to high-range. Dude, Xbox is dead. I think that Nintendo was winning and then they shot themselves in the foot with that shit. And I think that as someone who's a big Xbox hater, I'd rather have Xbox because I think it's just the lesser of two evils compared to Sony. Because Sony had quantity and quality, and Xbox had none until, Xbox One and Xbox Series, and then they had quantity. And now, my problem with Sony is that, just like Xbox, they have global homo goislop, but at least with Microsoft, I have Welfare Pass, and I can play my games, not all of them, but as far back as the original Xbox if you have a Series X. Even the Series S, those games are on the digital store. So you can go far back. So you can buy the games digital. You can your discs are still useful. So your library is going to be big, even if it's not, actually, it's not necessarily all the games you wanted to play. You're not gonna have those Sony games. You're not gonna have those Switch games. But Nintendo still has that strong library, and that's why I'm kind of pissed, because I wanted to play that new Donkey Kong, but Sony doesn't have that library anymore. And I was going to say, oh, maybe buy a PlayStation, but even the exclusive PlayStation games, guess what?
They're trash right now.
What's his name? Gunner game.
What?
Gunner Souls.
Stellar
Blade is coming out on PC. So Ratchet and Clank, Stellar Blade.
It was always gonna
The Last
come
of
out.
Us. So if all of those games are on PC, what's the fucking point? At least with Xbox, it's like, okay, it's on PC too, but it's an ecosystem. So you go, okay, I'm playing my game on my PC, and then I switch to console, and I just go from where I left off. But Sony doesn't have that feature,
This is my
and
fourth
they
time
don't have
getting
the
it.
exclusives. And it just, Sony, I prefer Sony. I'm a big gay Sony shill. I had the PS1, the PS2, the PS3, PS4, PSP, and
PS4 Slim.
PS4 is slim. And
I was about to buy the PS4 Pro, but they fucked it up.
Xbox will never get FF7. But FF7, I'm going to be honest. I think the worst thing that could have happened to FF7 is its own popularity, because the other Final Fantasy games add one game, maybe one sequel, and they're still good. 9 is good, 10 is good. Even 10-2 is actually not that bad. It's just that the story is really
12?
garbage. 12 is good, and okay, it adds an HD remake. Yeah, 12 is good. You're thinking about 13. 13 is garbage. 12 is the one where you play on PS2.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
13. Sorry.
So my problem
I
is
was about to-
let's be honest, Final Fantasy VII Integrate is garbage. It's a game for no one. The new people won't understand, because you need to have knowledge of the old PS1 game, and the people who just wanted to replay the PS1 game with better graphics and controls are like, what is this Marvel cape shit, alternate timeline bullshit? It's a game made for fucking no one, and it has global homo slop in it. So it's not full woke, but it's light woke, and it's not satisfying for anyone. I played the demo, it's fine, but I always played Final Fantasy VII more so for the story than the gameplay. I thought that it wasn't as elaborate as the other Final Fantasies, which is normal.
Mr. Guy does.
10-2 is for women, 13 is speak.
Mr. Guys does.
Mr. Guy does not make videos. Hi, Mr. Guy.
Hi, Mr. Guy.
Okay, he's just coping. Look, he said 13 is peak. Okay, fuck him.
No. He's just trying to.
So 7 remake has issues, and I can get it on PC anyway. So why the fuck should I get a PlayStation? I was going to maybe get one for Stellar Blade, but it's coming on PC, so who gives a shit? So for me, it was going to be spend more money on PC or get an Xbox, or maybe that PlayStation, that Nintendo. Now Nintendo just went.
Hey,
full
thanks for the
retard.
follow, Mr. Lurk.
Welcome to the band world, buddy.
Mr. Guy does not.
Done. Oh my fucking god, Lightning and Sarah. Oh my fucking.
Mr. Guy doesn't make video.
I'm not listening.
What does he? Lightning
And Sarah, our sister.
I would say that Lightning Return wasn't that bad as a game.
No, he's talking about the character as a person.
Yeah. Call me Mr. Guy. Okay, I will call you Mr. Guy.
So yeah, I'm not getting a Switch 2 Electric Boogaloo.
No. If they don't change all those shit, I'm not getting a Switch 2.
Because
Seriously, I'm kind of done with console anyways, right? PS4 was my last console. Fuck the PS5. I know that you have everything about the PS5, Massimo, but hey. Just fuck that. And also that most of the...
yeah, I'm fucking done with consoles.
Yeah, I'm mostly done. The only reason why I was interested in the Switch 2 Well, it's just because I have the original Switch, right? I don't have the OLED one. And I'm like, okay, fuck it. Why not? It's gonna be great. I'm
Yeah,
part
you
of the
are.
problem, lol.
You are.
Yes, you're part of it. At least you know it. But yeah, the thing is, like, at least I was saying that the Switch has a good gaming console that I can take to go to the job and everything. And I already jumped the mid the mid not the mid year, the mid release something.
Yeah,
refresh.
mid gen refresh.
Yeah, the mid gen refresh. So I was like, you know what? Let's go. Let's
That guy is
just
fucking crazy. Porn shouldn't be allowed to game.
push.
Jokes aside,
He's like, fuck that.
jokes aside. Now the problem with that
Fuck them.
console, the problem with that console is that Nintendo, for better or worse, even when cartridges were expensive, you look at Sony and Nintendo and you go, okay, the cartridges are expensive.
Yo,
but
that
at
that
least,
game looks fire. Seriously.
Yeah, it's Bloodborne 2, but not Bloodborne.
Yeah.
And it's probably Switch exclusive.
Yeah.
So fuck it, Dust Bloods. But my problem is that
Dust blood. Looks good though.
my
But
problem is that but the 64 the Nintendo consoles are usually $300. And you look at the Neo Geo and you go $600 in the 90s. Fuck that. So you buy a PlayStation or a Nintendo.
Yeah.
But now it's like you look at the Nintendo. I already had parents going to stores and going, no, we're buying you a Wii game because the
It's
Switch is too
multiplayer
expensive.
only, I think.
I don't buy game when they're only multiplayer. It's just kind of.
Oh yeah, it's multiplayer only. So
Yeah.
fuck that.
Yeah.
So now parents will look at the $90 game and they'll look at the $70 game and go, well, we're just gonna keep buying you Switch games. Fuck you. Because
It depends. Like we all know someone who had like a lot of fucking parent with a lot of fucking money. Right?
Yeah, there's going to be a couple of parents that
blood
are
flop.
going.
Yeah.
It's going to flop. Are going to buy that shit for their kids. But the average parent, especially the immigrant parents, will
Yep.
look at that shit and go, "No, we're buying you a Switch OLED. We're not buying you the new Switch, or we're buying you a PlayStation because more expensive." And the
Yep.
guys like you and me, every fucking guy I know that's a hardcore gamer went, nope, don't have the money. And there are guys who make a lot of money. And then the casuals will just go, nope, because it's too much money. And the parents will go, nope. Because Nintendo used to be, there's why there's so much nostalgia. Because at the end of the day, parents could at
Dang,
least...
that child abuse.
parents could afford buying you a Nintendo console. And even if they couldn't buy you the games right away, they would go on discount. Or, they weren't that expensive, so you could buy
It was okay.
3 or 4 a year because salaries made sense. But now with inflation and terrible salaries, especially after the scamdemic and the transfer of wealth, now your parents can't fucking afford shit because their salaries didn't follow up with the inflation. So now your parents can't afford the console, they can't afford the game. Oh wow, they'll afford the accessories? Fuck that.
Yeah, not gonna happen. Seriously.
Not gonna happen.
You can get banned. You can get banned before.
money elsewhere.
Yeah. And I would say this. I understand. In my opinion, like seriously, I was looking forward.
Yeah.
Playing with the kids and everything.
And now I'm not interested. Like my interest went from 100 to 0.
Real fast,
Like
real
fucking
quick.
fast.
But yeah, nah, like, and I would say this. I was looking so forward to it, but hey, if I cannot keep the games, like they're doing like some Western bullshit, like you can't keep the game because it's our games. Nye. I'm like, nah, fuck that.
What's gonna happen?
Not gonna happen. Like I'm kind of sad because I was looking forward for this game, but hey, they find a way to fuck it up.
Yeah, it's the best and worst console. They fucked it up.
Yeah, they always find a way.
Do we have anything else?
Not really.
Because that pretty much covers it. That's all my big.
Oh, I do have something else.
What is it?
What do you think? How much do you think is gonna is gonna fail? The name of the game, South of Midnight.
Bro, there's not even going to be a news cycle about South of Midnight. Like, nobody cares. Because you know what I like? It's that at least when you add your...
No, seriously, no, that's Banjo. No, that's Donkey Kong.
They changed this design.
Okay, I was sure that it was Benzo Kazooie, so I was like, oh wow. I don't remember Benzo Kazooie have this grade of graphic enhancement, and that's the worst part. Their game looks good.
Yeah, the games look good, but I don't have the money for that shit.
But they're pulling too much bullshit. Oh my god. Like, I don't want the Switch 2 to fail because it's like, I think the first time that they have like a console that's as powerful as both games.
It has the games and it has the specs, but man, if at this point,
even the 4K looks fine.
Even if they lower the price and go, okay, it's not $450 now, it's $350. Okay, but how about that DRM bullshit?
Yo, seriously, anyways,
they need to do a lot of things for me to go back. But yeah, Style of Midnight will not even have a news cycle. People are barely buying it, barely pre-ordering it.
People are not even talking about
it.
it.
Yeah. So,
like
I was going to say, before game,
I'm the one that I think that we talk more about it than most people will.
Yeah.
And it's not because like the reason why we talk about it is because Sort of Midnight looks like a good game that was infected more than a bad game that was
bad from the start.
Bad from the start. Like a bad game who was bad from the start, you can see it. This is a game that has a design and they just fucked it up for funds.
Yeah, just for funsies. Actually, people said, I saw a review that, oh, this part is good, but this part is like there's a lot of plot threads that just go unresolved.
That's strange and everything.
And then when you play the gameplay, it's like,
That's
okay, there's a lot of like upgrades, but the upgrades don't do shit. Like, they're not useful.
The thing, from what I understand, is that, and I made a video about it, I didn't finish it, is that...
no, it's woke and boring. It's boring because it's woke.
The thing is that a lot of stuff that they could have done, they took the money and give it to a company who doesn't care if you win or lose. And that's the thing. Like, I think it was Steve Jobs who says that I don't work with consultant because consultant getting paid not to see the result. Because think about it, if they get paid only if the shit that they made work, do you think that they will do the shit that they're doing? No, they won't. Like, if you get paid 10K, 10 bands just because you showed up, 20 bands just because you show up.
Oh, you fucking
20 million
bands.
Yeah, I'm fucking with the bands.
Oh,
anyways, you if you get paid 10, 20 million just to show up, like I was going to a lot of video of Kim Belair for real, not because I wanted to watch it. I was looking for a part
for your enemies' weaknesses.
No, I was just looking for a part, and you can see that she looks like she lives in a really well off house for her age, and she lives in fucking Canada, where housing price is like you have the choice. Do you buy a house in Canada or do you buy a castle in Europe? Same price. No, the castle is less expensive.
Yeah.
So, and she had like all those stuff in her house, like some head of.
The skulls.
The skulls of stuff and all those.
Yeah, she has really expensive things in her background.
Like she's making money. And when I think it was what's the name? Black Myth Wukong Dev, who said that Sweet Baby, a company like Sweet Baby wanted to work with them, and they asked $10 million. Like, some people were like, nah, that's too much. bro, the AAA gaming budget is $300 million. Do you really think that 10 million is a lot on that budget? They don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing. You can ask for 30, and they will be like, okay, who cares? So yeah. Also, that I find it like crazy.
That I hate it because it's obvious that they added new shit.
Yeah.
They didn't just go, okay, Mario Kart again, like they did with the...
No, they always evolve, and that's great. But...
New power-ups, new tracks, the fact that now you can go from one side of the map to the other, like, it's, you know...
The fact that you can play alone and just roll around, test the terrain and everything.
That's just fucking cool, but they just had to fuck it up.
Yeah, seriously.
Even if the price was awful, at least I was happy with the idea that, okay... Fine, the price is awful, that's fine. And then it just went blah, 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 the DRM.
Oh no, seriously, it's just...
It's Forza Horizon, but actually fun. Okay, that's...
Yeah, true. And then that's why he has a wrench.
Yeah.
But,
okay.
Yeah, I think we mostly said everything that we had to say about...
I can't wait to goon to Rivals.
Yeah.
You know there's a lot of Rule 34 thing on Emma
I know.
Yeah.
I did download some 3D model for research purposes. Of,
the guys work at an astounding fucking pace. It's like 2D and 3D guys. Why aren't these Nintendo hire this man?
No, seriously. But that's the thing.
They do that shit for free.
You know, I think that, and that's the thing that kind of kills me, right? I was listening to some people who were crying about people who were mad about what Ubisoft did to Assassin's Creed Shadow. And some people don't really understand what happened. And I find it funny just because, okay, the thing is that people don't understand that you have a generation who grew up watching Japanese stuff, right? And that's soft power. They watch it, they understand the morality, how it works, how they think. And at the end of the day, it's like you have a respect for that culture, right? Is it good or bad? I don't think so, but you know, you have respect for that culture. And that's the thing that I find funny, a lot more funny than it should be, is that because of that, they know how it should represent them and represent them well because they have good memories from watching Japanese shit, right? Like, we all know someone who's a big fucking weeb, right? Or weeaboo, or I don't know.
Weeb.
Like, I'm a big weeb. Like, the first thing that I saw was when watching Shadow, you know what it was?
Yeah.
Is the fact that they talk like American and they don't have like this honorable way of talking.
Oh yeah.
They talk like children having tantrum
No,
instead of being like
just Reddit dialogue.
like the what was the word? I forget. There was like a phrase that said that if you don't know what to say, don't say nothing because
you look more intelligent.
Yeah, because like wasting word is like wasting bread that someone else can use or something. They look like that, like they're talking so much to say nothing, and it's just like so stupid. Anyways, I'd like to say that I know that I will buy a Switch, not the year that it's coming out, maybe like 2-3 years later. But I hope that they will correct that part before.
I need to see a lot of changes before I buy it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to make changes by then.
I want the first generation because the first generation always can get hacked. That's
I wanted the first generation,
jailbreak.
But now I don't know. Oh yeah, they don't have an OLED screen; it's LCD.
Yeah, but you know that people can always jailbreak it,
Yeah.
and that's the only reason.
Yeah.
Because if you want to make me not own my game, you won't get my money when I play your games.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna devilish. Games are
Thanks
gonna
to
be
me. Fuck you. Games are gonna be 100 by then, thanks to me.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Get banned.
Fucking asshole.
Anyways, I think we're done. I'm kind of tired. Anyways, like this was the biggest news of the week, and yeah, thanks for watching.
And you're fat.
Yeah.
Oh, my ankle!
And we're done.
Oh,
Don't
my.
forget, be a little bit evil and stay passionate.
Holy shit.
See you next week. And I will try to stream this like later. Alligator. But the chat part is kind of fun. Anyways, bye.